Okay, welcome into the creative juice. I had to do a little intro. We've been talking for minutes, but I usually cut that dead space off of the video like the day after because YouTube lets me do that. And then it makes it look like a real video, and it's not like, oh, what's happening? You're just sitting here for 10 minutes, and that's really just us waiting to let people come in and get into the live stream. This is really weird. I have this other computer in front of me. I'll show you guys. I'll hook my other camera up sometime so you can see what I'm seeing. This is actually not my computer. It's a MacBook. No, that's the MacBook I use. This is the iMac over here that runs everything, but I don't run my stream with it really. You can almost see my reflection. So I'm not really using that today. I was just using it for a couple things because me and Glenn were talking and I tried to get on here and see the pictures, and they were really cool. The thing is like I realized my email, I set that email up just for this page, and I realized it has that like first little cheap logo. I was messing around with logos and stuff, and I was like, that thing is ugly, but it was still on the profile, but I never realized it because I've only been using the email through the phone to chat with people. So I had to update that and just put my profile picture on there. Glenn, hopefully you're still here. Check out what I found. I was digging through some magazines today. I was cutting them up. Is that what you did, Glenn? is that what you did? Sterling, we'll call it Sterling. I love that name. I found the cave guy. He's there giving cave tours. I believe that's what you were saying that you did. Maybe I was reading it wrong, but I think that you're talking about cave tours like this. And this is the kind of thing that kind of scares me. Look, those stalactites and the stalagmites there. What tights go down, mites go up. I don't know. You know, but I just thought it was crazy because I was just cutting through these magazines and I found this guy today. He's exploring underground. Very crazy. I'm not sure what I could ever do with that, but I just saw that picture and I thought of you, Glenn. I was like, man, that's pretty awesome. So let me move this out of the way. Why is this still here? Get that out of the way. So yeah, I found that in today's magazine haul. Let's see here, where did I got that thing to the side, don't I?
At Sterling Gold 66 said, "Yes, sir. I even got married in the cave."
Oh wow, that's crazy. That's dedication. I guess she's not as scared. Maybe you made her feel more comfortable being down in the cave, but man, I don't know. I guess if I was with you, I'd feel better too, like be able to have somebody that knows what's going on, because if I just going and hanging out in the cave, bring your kegger down there, might not be the best idea. I'm gonna set that to the side. Maybe we'll make something with that in the future because that'd be kind of cool to do. Today I'm going to show you guys a bunch of stuff. We're going to do a bunch of things. Again, this is the Creative Juice live stream that we do, so it tries to be interactive, but I'm also this week and maybe next week, I'm just going to be showing y'all some things because I'm really trying to cut weight. Trying to get rid of a bunch of things that I have so I could really dial in and focus on this channel so we can do a lot more together, and I can make a lot more collages easy where I just have like lots of assets to the side so I can make those and just make sure that this stays here for a long time. I don't want to stop. I enjoy it a lot, and I look forward to seeing everyone else's creations and getting to make stuff and come up with cool ideas with everyone, so it's really fun. So first we're going to go through some magazines. We're going to also look at some pictures, and I want you to comment on those pictures. You could drop anything. There's no wrong answer. Unless it's like inappropriate, then that's a wrong answer. But besides that, anything. It's just fun. Just have fun with it. Don't feel like, nervous to say anything if you don't, And when you see this video in the archives, just go ahead and comment and timestamp it. I showed you in a few other ones. If you just hit that timestamp button, then we'll know exactly the point that you're talking about. But if you mention something like this dog, let me show you this cute dog. Like if you had something, you wanted to say about this dog, this is probably the only dog I think we're going to see today. So we'd all know that you're talking about this cutie right here. He's kind of got his pouty face on. I'm not really sure. Is he from the Can you see his tooth there? I almost see his tooth right there. That's kind of funny. I don't know. Would you collage with this guy? You could go ahead and say that. I'm not going to pull the prompt on the screen yet, but I just had this guy sitting to the side, so it's pretty funny, pretty cool. If you have any comments about this dog, what he's looking at, and why he looks like that, you can drop that comment. And if you're here in the live stream, it should read it out loud. So I just got to show y'all this. I know it looks weird. I know it looks weird, but that's why I added it to the thumbnail, because I just thought it was so funny. So apparently this is like the lady and her maid are fighting here. So it goes like this. These two go together, and you can see, I guess they're not getting along very well. And, you know, we kind of lost some of it with the page cut there. So it's just really funny. So there's this other page here where it looks like the lady got the maid pinned down. Looks like they're having a little battle royale over there. I guess she didn't dust on the top of the ceiling fan or something. And she's like, I'm tired of your stuff. And she gave her the blow. And she's just falling back. I just thought it was so funny. Oh, Colleen's here. Colleen.
Jacobs Y9S said, love the tooth.
Love the tooth. I say Colleen. It could be Colleen, huh? I guess that's Colleen. I like saying it like that. This is pretty funny. Yeah, the dog's tooth is really funny. These are funny. I wasn't even thinking of collaging with these. I bet if we pulled this out in a collage, though, and then like threw it on TikTok or something, people would be like, what is happening? And just make some crazy funny stuff and add to it. I just thought it was funny for the thumbnail. I think I had it like this. Let's see. I kind of made them where they come together. And you can see her punch and her kick over here on this side. It was just hilarious.
66 said, oh, the lady and maid are awesome.
Yeah, I like these. They're so fun. I don't know where I found this. Oh, it was from a More magazine. It was from the More magazine. You never know what you're going to find in those. So today, my finger absolutely hurts really bad. And my throat is kind of hurting. I've been drinking some tea. I have half a cup still sitting over there because I've been going through tons and tons of magazines today and cutting through them. And actually, it almost looks like maybe a bruise is starting to go on my finger because I know the goal, I know the mission now. So I'm just trying to cut weight, and I have tons. I don't know if you've ever seen that magazine or that magazine video of the Portland magazines, but I have, you know, at least there were like 10 boxes of them. I have a lot of them, and there's really cool stuff like this kind of stuff. This didn't come from there. This came from the More magazine, but I have a ton of those, and there's a lot of random junk in there too. So I've been cutting through them and finding cool stuff for us to check out, and then stuff for me to collage with here. So we got the dog, we got them two fighting. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put that there for a minute just to show you that. I'll make sure the ones I don't ever show them again unless they pop up in a collage. So I'm mixing, showing these, we're getting some inspiration, and then they'll go away into a folder where there's still good clippings. And if we come up with a cool idea, maybe I'll try to make it happen, or we'll try to make it happen together in a future live stream or something like this. This was like how to defend yourself or something. Pretty sure Maxim magazine. You can kind of tell the vibe. I just got these today. I cannot show them to you though. I cannot show them. You can hear my voice. I can hear my own voice. It's a little raspy, but the thing is I was going through all those magazines and they're just kicking up dust everywhere. So I just got these in the mail today. I think I told y'all about that yesterday, that I ordered this little set on eBay for the Aperture magazines. And so they're kind of... they're out there, and that's the reason why I bought them, because I got them for really cheap. I was just looking for people giving super deals. How could you ship these for, it was like $5 from New York, and I'm over here in the Pacific Northwest? Like, I don't know how you did that. I mean, I think it might have been media mail or something, or you lost money doing that, but I don't know what the deal is. But they're kind of weird, but there is some pictures in here that are like, I can't really show them. So what I'm gonna do here in the future is I'm just going to go through and cut out some funny, weird pictures that I see, and then we'll all get a comment on them and stuff like that. So it should be pretty fun in the future, and that's what I'm going to be looking for, is more magazines. I just saw an inappropriate picture there, so I'm going to set these to the side. I just wanted to show y'all. I did get these in the mail today, so they're pretty cool. Let me set them to the side. Whoa, I just dropped them on the floor. Okay, so before we jump into getting really creative and doing some stuff, I'll set this to the side just in case we need to learn how to defend ourselves out there in this crazy world. Here's a set. Here's some more stuff I waste from the post office. They shouldn't be mad. I spend enough money over there. I gotta take a couple stickers. You know what I'm saying? Take a couple stickers, use a couple things. These are some more that I just have to the side. They're not huge sets or anything, but I should just go ahead and cut through them. You know what I'm saying? Should just go through and cut through them and see what they are. We got this Rachel Ray. What is this? Every Day with Rachel Ray. Yeah, it's the rhyme. Target ads. Let's see what's in here real quick. Oh, look at the avocado. We had that girl I think that might have been last weekend, though. We saw that girl with the avocado face and stuff. And then there was a green tub or something. We need that. It's like a light bulb right there. That one would be pretty fun. Let's see if we see anything in here that's like really, really mind-blowing. Oh, right here. Man, I just missed that one for Halloween. Could have used that. Those are Oreos. Those are Oreos. And then it's like the Wicked Witch of the West over here. Someone's from Kansas. I forget. Someone in our, forgive me, but someone that in our chat sometimes is from Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore. Let's see. You know, there's going to be some weird stuff. Not a ton of weird stuff. These magazines are not the craziest. Don't know if you've ever seen them. I haven't really looked through them too much. Looks like this was the Halloween one. That cat. We got some mushrooms. It's going to be foodie stuff because Rachel Ray, you know. Boom. See, I could have used those pumpkins. I wasn't trying to go super dark with my Halloween one, so I could have used some of these, like Day of the Dead right there type of ones. A little bit of fashion, a little bit of stuff. I like those mustaches. There's a fun picture. That doesn't have to be for Halloween. I like this dude. Who is this guy? I feel like we should use him. He looks like... Forget these girls right here for now. Oh. Well, there's something we could do with that. You let me know. We also have the mustache right here. So, it's a stash bash. Let's set that to the side. Flip through them real quick. We can leave the stash bash up there if you want to comment on him. Got some more of these. Just flip through. I haven't ever even looked at them, so yeah, that shows how bad my problem is. I just have them and I haven't even looked at them, so we'll just kind of take a brief look. Lots of good food. Problem with these is they make me hungry. Now these, I don't know. I'll just tell y'all because it's just us here and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not, but I've been keeping these. I have an idea. I don't know. It might be a way for people to be able to support the channel is if I make little collages on these and then slide them into like card protectors, seal it up and slide them into card protectors and then people could buy them. It would be kind of cool for like a little collage. What's Glenn say? Oh, it's my thing. There it goes.
66 said, I'm thinking that stash on the dog.
Yeah, we should. Oh, this one right here, the bigger one. That'd be cool. We could bring those in together. I'll keep that in mind too. I'm gonna cut this whole thing out. I'm gonna go cut all the good stuff out. So the stash on the dog, we will remember that. Let me just pile it here. So these, I'm just kind of keeping them. We'll see what happens. That's a maybe. I have a pile of them, and I remember joking around like if those were worth money, I would have a lot of money. But maybe a fun thing to do for people to support the channel. Some of the collages that I've made, I'd like to put them into like print on demand or something. It'd be kind of cool. I don't think people would get mad at me. I don't think the magazine company's gonna come after me as long as I kind of made them really different and just kind of interesting. I think of my blue guy. He just looks like art, like he should be put up on a wall or something. And if I could get it printed on a canvas, that would be kind of cool, and people could like do it like print on demand or something. I don't know, just thinking about the future. Plus I want those on my wall myself, but maybe the piece isn't that big, so if I could get a good picture. Or I know Colleen was telling me she like gets them scanned. I wonder if I could scan them, get them scanned. I don't have a very good scanner. There's another avocado on a dig. This is gonna make me hungry. I haven't ate dinner yet, so after this I'm gonna eat dinner, so that's kind of sad for me. I need to eat some food. Let me set these to the side. Got those birds and blooms. Have y'all seen some birds and blooms? I know y'all have seen some birds and blooms. They're beautiful. They got lots of beautiful pictures. I find these over at this thrift store that we have around here, and they sell these for like 10 cents a piece. Now, like that's a beautiful bird. He has a little worm in his mouth. Cool stuff. I gotta stop saying I don't know why. I don't usually say that in my videos, but when I'm doing live streams it comes out and I don't usually talk like that. But maybe it's because I'm trying to think of where I'm going with everything because I'm all over the place. These are some pretty birds for sure. There's also pretty flowers in here. Pretty. Lots of pretty things in here. I have a whole bunch of them. Let's see. You could just use the covers, like just this guy. He's shining over here. He looks pretty cool. He's a bluebird. I was saying that in one of mine where I'm like, I got a bluebird. He's a hummingbird, but he was blue. He's technically blue. So I wasn't lying. I wasn't wrong.
Angelic 42 said,
I've been wanting to scan some of my collages, and just recently learned that our library has a scanner people can use.
Oh,
You might want to check that out.
thank you for the tip. That's a really good one. Go to the library. There's a library like a block from me, right? Or there's one from like a block from me. So that's a really good idea. I was thinking of going like to the FedEx or, the Kinko's. I don't know. It's like FedEx Kinko's now. Or the USPS place. They have the scanners. But yeah, go over to the library. That's a really good tip. I just thinking about scanning some. I know I've had a Printful account in the past. It was a Printful account and t-shirts and stuff, print on demand t-shirts and stuff. Ooh, look at that. See, that's why it's birds and blooms. They'll have some blooms in there and stuff too. So these are really cool. But that's something that I've been wanting to do or thinking about doing because it would be kind of cool to have those and, we'll figure it out. Things are kind of developing here and we're just going to keep on going. It's not like my artwork is super fancy or anything, but some of them are just fun and interesting. And like Colleen was doing them and she's like sending them to her family and stuff. It's like that kind of stuff is interesting. I could send it to someone and they'd be like, what is this? And it's like, you better put it on your wall. I'm coming over for Thanksgiving and I better see that painting on the wall. So that'd be pretty funny. I have these birds and blooms, a whole bunch of birds and blooms. I'm going to just cut through them and get the birds. I actually have another box of them somewhere. So this is another bit of cut and weight over here. You could just see I have a whole bunch. We're not even into the goods yet. Well, I don't know if they're goods, but I have some funny stuff to show you here. And then we'll get into looking at some pictures. So I'll set this to the side. I'm going to pull my mat out here in a second. This is my secondary mat. Here's a couple ones that were just sitting to the side. They're just sitting here to the side. I don't even know where these came from. That's where we're at with this kind of stuff. That's where my life is at. Where it's like I don't even know where things are coming from. Boom, skydiver. I have a really cool skydiver. I should have sent these to Colleen. I should have sent her these ones. Oh, let's not see that. That's pretty cool. The car, it's picture of the times, and then she's like a pin-up model. I don't know what's happening. These are really cool. Vintage. It is vintage, the vintage smokes. You get them vintage smokes, man. You never really know with the dogs. Even the cop's scared of the dogs. This is kind of crazy, actually. I better watch out. I don't know what's going to pop up. Yeah, that's not cool. So there's some weird stuff in there. Maybe stuff that maybe not something to flip through on the web page, We don't want them getting mad at me or anything. It looks like there's a little bug inside there, too. He's long gone. He's long dead. But he's in there. So we'll put him there. We'll just go ahead and keep him. I have two of these. They're just a little random. They're sitting on top of those ones. Are you ready to see my problem? I'm exposing myself. Again, I'm exposing myself not in that type of way, okay? Not in that type of way. We've had this discussion yesterday. Not that kind of exposing myself. We're doing it where I'm showing you my problem. And my problem is deep. My problem is so deep that we're going to need to stretch this out here for man. Well, I'll show you some more tomorrow. As long as my voice holds up, I'll show you some more tomorrow. Probably tomorrow midday, I'll probably just do a random live stream. And if you're not there, that's cool. You could just check out the archive video. And then I'll go back to posting collage videos. I have a collage video ready to go up on Monday. So I'll go back to that. But the live streams are fun and interesting. And then you get to, see what's happening in my mind. And then we'll also try to get some creative inspiration here. Let's see. Let me show you just another version of my problem. And I'm going to have to continue showing you these things for like a few weeks until I can at least show them on here. And then I can figure out what to do and cut weight with them. But let's check these out. Okay. We have a stack here of Star magazines, right? These are pretty, just like yesterday. They're like tabloid ones. Look, is that Drew Barrymore? Like they're just like tabloid magazines. There's like Kim Kardashian over here. She's cheating. Secret lover. There's her mom right there. It's just funny. These are like very funny magazines. I don't know. If you're into the tabloid magazine stuff, there's a lot of funny stuff in here. Funny thing is they're actually kind of valuable if somebody would pay for these. And so let's look at some of them real quick. But that's not all. Okay. We're talking about my problem. I'm coming clean. Like Glenn said, this is an intervention, and I'm trying to just, you know, you can't know until you expose yourself to tell everyone what it actually is. So I gotta keep telling the truth here. What's actually happening in my life. So just keep going. Oh no, I didn't know that Ryan Reynolds and her were dating. Did you know that? That was a time. That was a time. Let's see what we got here. We got like Will Smith and like Bobby Brown or something. I don't know. Oh no, it's Jada. Let's see. You know, let's just keep showing it. We can't lie. Is that Johnny Depp right there? And Johnny Depp? I don't know. No. What's happening? Oh. We got more. Let's just let them go. Just let them go all over the place. Okay, you know what? There's another box. I'm not gonna show the other box, but we can flip through some of these or so. I don't know. It's just crazy. This is where I'm at, and this is where I'm just like, dude, I need to do something. And this is really dusty. This is why my voice is kind of sounding like this right now. Is all this stuff. These have been piled up. Who is that? No way. It's Paris Hilton. What happened to Paris? She's going to heck. I'm not gonna say that. Just funny stuff. I don't know. I'm not really a gossiping type of person, so these are just like the lady who I got them from. She must have oh, there's Brittany. There's Brittany and her little dog. Oh no, Brittany don't look like that anymore. But they're interesting. There's funny stuff. There is still some funny stuff inside here for collaging, but maybe not that much unless you're trying to like collage with celebrities and stuff like that. But they were given to me in a pack of, so there's those cards again. They're given to me when I was getting some other magazines, so I took them. I can't lie. I kept them. We could use that nip tuck thing right there. You never know. There's Brittany again, is it? Yep, there's her dancing like a circus. I was gonna use that song here in the future. Anyway, there's a different J-Lo there. You can see what she really looks like to then what she looks like. The before and after pictures. And there's Tom and Kate. It's just funny. There's a Brad Pitt and Angelina. There's something going on. There's a triangle thing happening here. I'm not really sure. But if you wanted to like go back in time, you know what I'm saying? Because this is definitely part of its time. He doesn't look like that. He's still a handsome fellow. I still think he's pretty handsome when in his like he's got his long hair and stuff. He still looks cool. He didn't lose it with the times, but some people did. Here's a picture of her really young. Here's a picture of then, and then you can see a picture of her now. I think I actually have it on a Vanity Fair somewhere. So yeah, Jen then and now, and then now, and then like now. So I don't know. It's just funny because if you wanted to go back in time, these actually could take you back in time. Doesn't really matter to me. You know, like that's what I'm saying. I now have a mission. I now know what I'm doing and what I want to do, at least for now. It'll probably change, you know how things go. But I know that I need to have more of my stuff organized, ready to cut up, and also things that'll give us inspiration to get more collage art. This stuff's interesting. This stuff's funny. This stuff's weird. They would have been good for like collage or for like magazine haul videos, but I'm telling you now, I'm gonna stop with the magazine hauls. There will be no more big magazine haul videos on this channel, even though I have more. This is her face. Why? Because no one watches them. But why? Maybe one day people would watch them. You can see I have some magazine haul videos. There's a playlist on the page. I have more. I'm going to show you. I have a bunch more magazines that are just out of control. And this is just me trying to fix up everything. So this isn't weighing down on me. There's no point in me having all this stuff. Somebody might want it. Like somebody probably wants it. And I wanted it. Someone gave it to me and I took it. You know what I'm saying? I took it. I can't lie. I have it all in boxes, just like the boxes I showed you yesterday in the hallway. There's just a ton of boxes of other stuff. But I mean, I'm not sure if this is even coming through on the camera of how outrageous this is. But it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. I don't need them. They're just holding me up, and I'll pass them on to somebody. If you want a box of these, I'll put them in a flat rate shipping box and we'll get them down to your direction. But they're just wild. They're just crazy. We can see how big the stacks are. Let's see how big that stack is. So they're pretty big, pretty crazy. I was going to do magazine hauls with these because people gave them to me and I got them in different ways. Let me set this to the side. And I just thought it would be fun to show off magazines because people enjoy magazines and people enjoy this kind of stuff sometimes. And it's just interesting to see what people look like then and now and just funny stuff, you know, from especially on these because they're just making all types of funny stuff. Some of it's true, some of it's not true. I'm not here to say if it's not, if it is or not. They're just dropping these tabloid magazines. Let me set that to the side. I'm gonna try to put some of these back in the box. Give me 1 second here. After I do that, we'll get into this. Come on, Brittany, pull your shorts up. Everyone can see your cellulite. You just go in there now. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. So I'm about to cut weight. I'm trying to cut weight. I'm trying to get done with that. Let me grab this. Whoop, 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 whoop. This is our little thing here that I was showing you yesterday. I just put a black pad on it. So hopefully it takes the glare off and we can get into getting some inspiration. I don't know. Here's one that's local to me. And I don't know if it's if you have one where you're at, but it's kind of fun, kind of funny. So these dudes, these dudes own Voodoo Donuts. So I don't know if you've ever had Voodoo Donuts, but it's really popular over here in Portland. Hopefully you could see that. After I look back at the video on the TV, you were able to see it good. On the phone, I'm not quite sure. So they have a thing of donuts. They have a trophy with donuts. I want to know, let's do something besides collaging. Let's say, oh, could we do that one? I guess it could be one word. Just the first random thing that comes to your mind when you see these guys with his cigar and his donuts. I wonder if you've ever had Voodoo Donuts. Have you ever had Voodoo Donuts? I have not. I mean, I haven't had them in a while. I told my story about how my friend worked down there at Voodoo Donuts. Why you think about that? I'm going to just do this real quick. You know what? I'm going to take Glenn's advice real quick and see if I could pop him off with the scissors. Since I'm not filming this in a quick collage, I'm going to just go through this, cut this guy's face off. Voodoo Donuts. Do you like donuts? Too much sugar. Too much sugar. If you're watching this in the archive videos, you can comment if you like donuts. If you've been to Voodoo Donuts. If you don't like Voodoo Donuts. If you do like Voodoo Donuts, where is your favorite donut place? I wonder if this is going to work. I'm not really sure. I'm going to cut around his head. Leave his ear. And we're going to go down around his jawline. I think that should work. I got to round him out. Haha! Got his face. Got his face. And I've been cutting up so many magazines today. I found this guy today. He's interesting. Let me see if I can cut around this fish real quick, and then I'll get that girl and I'll do a little something real quick. Yep, so anyway, I think I told my story. I don't know if you were here for that, but I told my story about how my friend used to work for Voodoo Donuts, and we even shot a music video for him in the back of the donut shop. It was super interesting. It was just kind of funny. Krispy Kremes.
At Sterling Gold 66 said, Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme. I don't know, I don't get on it much, but I was checking for magazines again. I was checking for free magazines again today, and they have a whole new flavor box. Krispy Kreme, they must know I like donuts or something. I don't know how they know that. But, you know, they listen to you. Phone's always listening. So they must know that I like Krispy Kreme or something. And they're pumping those ads to me where they have, like, the seasonal flavors. And they look good. They look good. I can't deny. But I must say my daughter kind of keeps me in check sometimes because if it was up to me, you know, I would have sweets every day of the week. I try to with like dinner. I haven't had dinner yet, and I'll try to like have a little sweet afterwards. Not got to keep it calm though. I don't know, as I get older, I can't have as much sugar. I've noticed that. It's like I'll wake up with a headache or something, and that could be something wrong with me. But you know, I ain't going to the doctor to find out. I ain't going to the sick factory. It's not happening. I'd rather just go out. Don't even tell me. Don't even tell me. I'll figure it out. Okay, I got both of their heads. This should be fun. There they are. There they are. Let's see. Where do I have some tape here? Let me get something different for y'all. Krispy Kreme. I love Krispy Kreme. Voodoo Donuts. If you ever get a chance to go to Voodoo Donuts. The crazy thing is, would you pay like $12 for one donut? No, I would not pay $12 for one donut. But if you have a chance, it's worth the it's worth the time. Now, the one thing I would say to get from them is the maple bacon bar. Yes, they put bacon on your maple bar, and it is delicious. My daughter won't try it, and she don't believe that it's good. But you got to think it's like maple bacon, and then they put it on the maple bar. That thing is so good, so good, so good. I'm telling you what, you gotta try that out. Let me see. Get this out the way. I don't think those are that important, but I'll put them up there and we can look at them here in a second. How about this lady? Let's just see. I don't know what prompt works for her. We could just say how you would use her in a collage. Show it to you real quick, and then I'm gonna find my washi tape. She's gonna do something. She's gonna do something. What is she gonna do? What is she up to? It could be anything. What is she doing? There ain't no wrong answer. We're just making stuff up. Let me find washi tape. Washi tape, washi tape. I'm still gonna get some of that double-sided tape. You could tell me, and I'll ask you that question in a minute. Let's see if you have something for this, and then double-sided tape, double-sided tape. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I got his. Okay. Well, look at this lady. I need to upgrade my mic sometime. I'm gonna upgrade my mic so we can hear it a little better when I turn my head and stuff like that. Cause this mic, you know, whatever. Someday I'll fix it and get better. But work with what you have. You know what I'm saying? She's slicing. She's dicing. Let's look at what I'm doing. What am I doing right now? You saw that little picture? I had this picture. It's a bigger picture. He's gonna be here. Okay, I like that. I think that's fun. What's happening? We're gonna find out. Let's get into his teeth.
At Sterling Gold 66 said, she's ready to chop up some donuts.
Yeah.
At Queen Jacobs Y9S said, is that a paddle?
No, it's a cleaver. It's like a It's like a meat cleaver. I don't know. Is that what you call that thing? It looks old. It looks ancient. That's from definitely traveled with her for a long time. It's been passed down through generations and generations, and it still looks sharp on the edge though. It does still look sharp on the edge. Okay, what's gonna be better? She's got him on the chopstick. Okay, you're going down. Is she gonna fit? I don't know if we can make her fit. It was either gonna be her or the fish. That was just what my first mind said. Oh, can you go in? Fish tails. Why is this happening? I don't know. Maybe she's in the bowl. I thought he was gonna eat her, and she's gonna eat him. Who is he? Can I get his tail in there better? Oh, something like that. I'd like to see his teeth. Maybe that part's a little too weird. I could cut her head too. I could make it where her head. She just has a big head. She should be down here in the sushi roll. And we got a little fish right there. Fun little thing. Let me show it to you. Let's remove this. Yeah, that's like a meat cleaver or something. I mean, it could be a paddle. I don't know. She could still whip you with it. Spank you with it. Let me move this with the donut guys. Donut guys. Here's what I just made. I don't know if we should use that in something, but you know, he's getting chopsticked up. Maybe I should tilt his head a little bit. How do you feel, Glenn, about the double-sided tape? Will it come off? Because here's the thing about this washi tape. When I roll it up like that, it comes off really easy. My daughter was telling me the kind that she used she's had, that it does not come off. It's pretty sticky, so it's kind of more permanent, which is good when I don't want to glue it, but I want to stick it down, is use some of that double-sided tape. I think with these, sometimes I just like to throw that tape on there because I don't know if that's permanent or not. It does seem kind of funny, but I don't know what's happening and if I would do something more with it. I just saw this picture, and then I had a smaller picture of them, and so I was like, well, what if I cut his head off and she's about to eat him? And I guess he's eating fish. He's eating sushi for real. That's real sushi right there. I thought maybe her head could get something. Maybe she's part of this sushi or something over here. Not really sure. Thought it was fun. Thought it was funny. We'll set that to the side because it's something different. Something different.
At Sterling Gold 66 said, you can get permanent or removable.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll look into that. That's something that I was planning on doing here in the future, is getting some other stuff. I was going to get some of that other glue too that people recommend that doesn't oxidize. What's the word? I've seen what happens to some collages after a while from some of the other glue, and so try some different glue sticks. I have some different glue sticks. Have you ever had a pair of shoes like these? Have you ever had, I mean, they're Vans, but have you ever had some that look like that after, wearing them? Here's the thing, I probably got my shoes handed down from handy down to handy down from all the brothers, and so I've definitely had shoes that look like those throughout my times. Nowadays, there's all this fast fashion, and so people don't have to wear shoes like that really, because, well, I guess it's cool, man. It's kind of a cool thing. I'm out here in the Portland area. People just wear those to be cool. What's funny is that people will buy those shoes just to have them and
At
fake
Sterling
it.
Gold 66 said, 3 meters is your best bet because it is acid free.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, having it acid free, because then it can, so it doesn't leak through the paper, right? So, yeah, that's cool. I'll look at that.
At Colleen Jacobs Y9S said, cheap trick.
Yep. Let me slice this real quick. My brain's on pause. Try to get a straight line and then I could talk again. Oh, actually, I was gonna keep the shelves too. It's I didn't even notice that there was a laptop. I thought it was a cabinet. Didn't you think it was a cabinet? I thought it was a cabinet because there's a T.
At Sterling Gold 66 said, yes, Colleen.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. What's happening? I don't know. I thought it was a cabinet. I thought it was a cabinet. That's a lot cooler, though. That looks a lot cooler. There was this in there. Is this some tea and coffee? You know what brand that is? I don't know. I thought the dude surfing would be a lot cooler, though. But I just realized that it's actually a computer flipped on its side. There I go, not reading stuff again. I was like, what's this that straps around the guy's neck? And it's all written on the ad on that video that I did. And I didn't realize it until I was editing the video or trying to put it together. I'm like, it says it right there on the piece of paper. And I'm like, I wouldn't want this strapped to me, but then, yeah, there's a reason why I wouldn't want it strapped to me. It was the bomb that goes around the guy's neck. But, yeah, so there's that picture. I don't know. I was just cutting that out just for fun while we're looking at these old, dusty old Vans. I actually have a bunch of sneaker magazines. Sneaker Freak. One, I forget the name of it now. Y'all probably know. Does it say it on? Doesn't say it on there, but there's some cool. He's riding his bicycle. BMX, that's the kind of extreme sports I used to do. BMX bike riding, just like that. I raced a couple sometimes, for a couple years when I was in my teens, but it wasn't really the thing. I'll tell you a funny story. Well, it's not funny, it sucks. So I was riding my bike, right? Racing my bike, but I had Megs on. So Megs are they're like plastic rims, you know what I'm saying? So they're like plastic rims here. And my friend, he cut in front of me and cut me off, but he had pegs on the back of his bike, like pegs to, ride double and someone could stand on them. So the pegs caught into my Megs, the pegs caught my Megs and hit me, and I went flipping. And we were going real fast, real fast. Went flipping, and I broke my wrist in 2 places. I got 7 or 8 stitches in my chin, and I can't grow hair there on my chin. On my chin where I got the stitches in my chin, and I had a pretty bad concussion. Funny thing is I just got up and was like, let's go home. I wasn't nothing, but my friends wouldn't let me. They all like, probably because I was just concussed and was like, man, I can't even think. I was just like, let's go. You know, I didn't want to hang out or anything. I was trying to get home or something, but they would. And then when I got to my friend's house, because he lived closer, I sat on the couch and I almost fell asleep, and they were kept slapping me, like wouldn't let me fall asleep because I had a concussion. I didn't know it, but I was pretty messed up. That was probably one of my worst bike wrecks. I've had some other bike wrecks. I used to be able to backflip my bicycle. I used to be able to backflip my BMX bike. And that was what I did for fun as a kid. These days, they have those e-bikes, man, those electric bikes. They are so cool. I would totally, if I was a kid, I would just be jamming those. That would be my thing to do for sure, is the electric e-bikes. I would be out, gone. I'd be just gone all over the place. But yeah, that's my story. I didn't really wear Vans, though. I didn't really wear Vans like that. But I did have some beat-up shoes just like that. Let me see. I don't think this boat will work for you, Colleen. I don't think this is the type of boat you're talking about. But, you know, that yacht life. There's that yacht life. How would you use that yacht life in a collage? Could we use it? I mean, I'm sure there's a million ways to use it. Let me put this away. Throw that over here. I'm just messing around with some stuff while we're talking. I have another one we can make. I don't know. I don't know. They're just quick. They don't really matter. We're just having fun. Let's see here. And got some more. This is like a really cool yacht here. Oh, that one's pretty cool. I don't know. That's a weird picture. Some more weird pictures. I'm going to find even more weird pictures for y'all. That's the idea, is to go through these and find really cool pictures that maybe spark collage inspiration, but also maybe make some collages while we're doing it. Or do some fine cutting, because then I can just talk while I do the fine cutting, because then I'll use that in a future collage or something like that in the future. I don't think I got to talk about that storing option last time. We kind of went on to a different subject, you know me, we just kind of go off onto different little tangents and stuff. But when we were talking about storing clippings, so I'm storing them in those folders, you know, like that. But something I want to do is take the clippings that are really good. So I have this sitting right here. So if I was sitting here and I cut through this, that's a lot of detailed cutting. I don't want to glue that down. Like after I do that, I wouldn't want to glue it down. I'd want to be able to use it again in the future. I see people who scan their cutouts and then they do it digitally, but I don't do digital collage and I don't want to do digital collage. So that's not part of something that I want to do. So I want to keep it all paper. Once I have it, I want to keep it. I have a bunch of really cool ones that I did really intricate cuts to. It takes time. It'll take time. I'll cut, and you know me, I'm going to cut between every link on this, and I could do it right now in the live stream, but I may lose focus of what I'm talking about. But what I want to do is, you've seen those photo albums where it's like a piece of plastic and it peels back up, and then you put the pictures in there and they kind of stick, and then you put the plastic down, and then you can flip the pages and see all your really intricate cutouts, and it's in like a photo album. You know, they'd put like little Polaroid pictures in it, and you can make those, but just use all my really intricate clippings that I want to keep and use again in future collage art projects. Keep them in a photo album like that, and then they're like stuck in place and stuff. They don't go anywhere. They won't get bent. They're protected. I was looking at a few that I might buy along with that double-sided tape.
Gold 66 said,
I bought these rolling racks that have like 25 plastic trays as drawers.
Oh yeah, see, that's pretty cool. See, there's lots of cool ways to store these because you don't want to mess them up. I think some of it, I don't care. They're in like those envelopes. I just don't want them to get bent. They're in those envelope folder, whatever you call those, filing folders, and then they're in the filing boxes. And that's really cool. That's working for me because I'm going to be cutting out a whole lot. And like I said, I can't say how many magazines I cut, but my finger's sore from cutting all those clippings out today. And I'm just trying to get stuff ready for future live streams where we can go through these and check them out. So, you know, and who knows what sparks inspiration, so these are like this will kind of get us going, and as we get more ideas and more cool clippings, I can show you more cool stuff that's just interesting. And even if we don't comment, no one has an idea or anything right now, maybe it just gave you wanted to go collage with one of these dogs or something. Maybe it just sparked your curiosity to like collage with some pets or something. I have these pets right here too. But I was thinking of ways to like do my intricate cuts and store them away, so that's a way, you know, like this. I don't think I'd ever use that, but I don't know. So I just cut that out. I probably wouldn't do that with these. So what I've been doing with these is put them in plastic bags with backing boards, and then I have them all in a bin. So those are my past ones that I've done full on collages on the channel, stored them like that because I did cut those out. Some of them I glued down, some of them I didn't. It really just depends on what, you know, kind of collage I was doing that time. But there's the one that it's for Elizabeth Taylor, and I didn't do a full video. It's just a short of her. It's Mrs. Hollywood, I believe it's called, but I cut her crown out. It doesn't even show it in the video. I cut that crown out, every little detail in between the crown, and I don't even think it shows it very good in that video, but that is so detailed. That crown is sick too. It looks good, and I'm like, someone else is gonna get crowned Mrs. Hollywood here in the future. No disrespect to Elizabeth Taylor, that was actually her crown, and there's a whole story about, I have that magazine that was all dedicated to her. And that was her jewelry. She bought that. Like, they bought that jewelry, and that was crazy. So she loved that jewelry, and the earrings and everything. It was a matching set with her earrings, her necklace, and that crown. And I cut the crown, I cut the necklace, I cut the earrings, and it's so intricate, but I don't want to mess those up. So I'm going to try to protect those and use them in future collage art projects. So, you know, I can pull it out, you know, when I need to, because then it's like not wasting cutting. And the other cool thing that I think about with that is like, what if I cut those out, used them in collages, right? And then I sent them to other people in the future. You guys sent them to you guys in the future, and then you collage with it and you make something totally different. Like, that would be really fun. The only person who's had my stuff, Colleen, she has my skateboarder dude, and he's pretty cool. I don't know if I ever sent you the picture, Colleen, of just a picture of him. Like, I took a really good picture of it, so that would be cool to have, I guess. I don't even think I'll send it to you if I haven't already. So that, not too many people have any clippings of mine, but I have a whole bunch of clippings. Here's a different thing. With this dude, I mean, he needs to be on something. I'm gonna just say he's breezy. He's blowing in the breeze. He's blowing in the breeze. I feel like he's on the front of something. He's on the front of like a fancy car. He's really big, so it'd need to be a big collage or something like that. You could put his head out of the sunroof of like one of my sports cars. Like, I have this really nice sports cars, and maybe his head's out of the roof. It looks like he's driving it or something. It's out of the roof. He's coming out of the roof somehow. Now, think about this. You're going to have to cut all them hairs, all them dog hairs. And I don't want all them dog hairs on my sofa. No, I'm just, but you know, we'll put them out there. We'll go cut some of the strands and make it look cool. Something that I would probably do. He could be on the yacht, but the sizing's wrong, you know, and it's facing the wrong way. It needs to go that way. But he could be doing anything. He could be on a spaceship. He could be flying on a frisbee. He needs to be in action. And I don't know if it's a he or a she. It's a pretty little dog or something, but, I bet I have something else where that can go with. Let's keep him together with his pet friends, just in case I need those guys. There's a whole gang of them. Reminds me of going like to the reservation and all the wild dogs. Except for these are all groomed dogs. But if you've ever been to the reservation, you know, don't just step out of your car, because there's always a pack of wild dogs running around, and they will bite you, and they will eat you alive. And after they eat you alive, they're going to need this thing. And this thing's like a toothpick. That's what I'd do with this thing. This thing's like a toothpick. Is that a real building? I mean, it's just a picture of a building, or like of a diagram or something. Oh, this Popular Science. This is like a newer Popular Science. Oh yeah, this is that 100 one that I got. It's not part of my Popular Science vintage magazines, but that's one crazy building. You could do a whole lot of that. Someone could be sitting on it. I mean, it's big, so you got to think about those kind of things too. That's what kind of is good and bad about my camera. I used to have it, if you watch some of the older videos, it used to be up higher. And then I just decided to bring it in closer so everyone can see the stuff better. And I feel like it's good, except for this happens. Yeah, that happens. You see my face, I'm gonna wave to you. I'm gonna change the camera. I'll maybe put my face into a few of these. I don't want the videos or the channel to be about me, but I may flip it around where I can talk directly to you sometimes. But I bring the camera closer so you can see it closer. The problem is when you build a big collage, is like what, you know, what's gonna be seen, because I've already had it where it's like, oh no, the collage is too big for the page. This is just what, like an 11 by 17 board right here. I think this is like 11 by 17 if I set it down. So that's just your regular poster board that you get at the Dollar Tree, you know, these ones. I think the size is probably 11 by 17 or something like that. There's the thing we were cutting up yesterday. I just threw it in there. There's kind of how I'll store some of my stuff sometimes, is in maybe a little bit better bags. Hey, there, you can see me there. My face is wonky, right? I'm glitching out, man. I'm glitching out. But these are pretty cool. You put some poster board in there, and then it won't get bent up, and you can have all these little pieces in there, and then if I want to get them, I can pull them all out. The short that I posted today is in one like this. That short I made a long time ago. Let me set that over there. I actually made that short a while ago. I made it, and then I realized, I'm like, oh, I never posted that, and then I can post it today because I didn't have really anything to post. What I've been doing is trying to be consistent, you know, trying to be consistent with everyone. I'm going to make sure that, you know, I'm here and I'm doing stuff, even though they may not all be the best. They can't all be winners. You know what I'm saying? They can't all be winners. And I'm learning that, you know, as much as you put effort into it, I not only put effort into making the collage, but I put effort into filming the video and talking the whole time and stuff. And it's like, you know what, even if it doesn't come out the greatest, at least we had a chance to hang out and it's something cool to watch. And, you know, you can look at it and think of how you would have done it differently. And really the whole idea to my page is just to get people creative inspiration and just show people that you can do it too, and you can do anything and you can make anything, and who cares what people say, because it doesn't matter. Have fun, get creative. It takes your mind off of all the other things in the world, and I think it's fun. I really think it's fun, and that's why I enjoy doing it so much, and that's why I want to make sure that I'm able to continue doing it. And I just really want to promote that. If I can do it, anyone can do it. You know, it's not like I have any skills or anything, so you could do it too. Just make some stuff, cut some stuff up, find some stuff from some magazines. Like I was talking about yesterday, you can find lots of free magazines all over the place. So if you just need some, you don't have a lot of money, I can agree, I don't have a lot of money either, but you know, so just trying to find stuff to get creative with. You can look online, there's people giving away lots of free stuff. Maybe hit up your local thrift store, you can find some there too as well. Places like Goodwill around here don't sell magazines. I don't know about in your place, but around here they don't take magazines. You always got to go to like the real thrift stores that still are not inflated prices, and you'll find them for like, you know, 50 cents, a quarter. Sometimes they're just on sale for 10 cents. And it's just like, sometimes they're just giving them away because they have too many, because people give away magazines like crazy. I've seen them with crates of magazines, and the lady's like, no, I'm not putting them out. It's funny. I know the lady who runs the book department of this thrift store. I don't know her. I just chat with her when I see her. And she like puts them out strategically, and she'll drop out a couple good gems mixed in with a bunch of other random stuff, and so you got to go through there, and it's kind of like a treasure hunt each time. You never know. I found that, I think it might have been the last time I went, is when I found that Vogue Paris magazine. It's like, what is this Vogue Paris magazine doing here? And I showed you that. Oh, I didn't, well, I've showed it to you, but here in a future collage, I used that Charleston magazine my daughter found, and it's really interesting. It has a lot of art in it. It has a lot of art. So maybe, you know, some of these pictures, I'll just pull them up here. Maybe they give you some inspiration. If you want to comment, you can. No worries. Don't have to comment about it, but it's just random pictures. So, you know, I try to do a lot of stuff like that, and I'm trying to stay consistent. So what I'm saying is that Mondays, I try to drop a video on Mondays. It may not be the best video, but, you know, I'll get it out there for y'all. It's just something interesting to watch and just fun, creative stuff, and hopefully it gets your creative juices flowing. And I'll drop one on Thursdays as well. That's what I'm trying to do. I think I've been pretty consistent on that recently, to at least drop those couple videos a day. So what I've been doing is doing that and then putting out the short with that. I kind of wonder if that ruins it for y'all or not. I don't really know, because I could put the short out the next day and then it kind of leaves you hanging, and then it kind of spaces out the content. But I feel like, you know, might as well just put them out the same day. You could watch the long video, you can then watch the short. I could put out more videos, but I don't want to like mess up the algorithm, and I don't want to overflood y'all either. You know what I'm saying? Maybe hearing me 2 days a week might be a lot. I mean, you're gonna hear me a lot more because I plan on doing a lot more live streams, but as far as collage videos go, I'd like to at least get a couple of those out for y'all every week, because I really enjoy doing it, and I could make more. I could definitely make more, but I feel like I don't want to overdo myself either and promise something that I can't keep up on the promise. But I feel like 2 videos a week is pretty good, you know, for now, especially where my channel is, and still trying to grow and get more stuff going. So I'll just keep at it, and I'm going to try to keep getting better, you know, and keep trying to experiment with new stuff. That's the weird thing, is like, you would think like a lot of artists that I follow or that I watch and stuff, even on YouTube or other platforms, they definitely have developed a style. And I go there and I know that style's coming. You know, I was like, I know what's happening. I can tell what's going to go on. I can almost predict what they're about to do. But I don't think you can predict what I'm about to do. You could probably predict this is going to happen. You could probably predict something like that's going to happen. You could probably predict it. You okay, that might be coming. But besides that, you might not be able to really know what kind of collage is going through my main brain, because you know what, I don't even know. So it's just so wild, so crazy, and all the things that I like to do are just really different. Maybe, let's see, we've been here for an hour, so I do need to get dinner. Let me see here what else I have. I have some chicken. Got some chicken. I don't know, maybe we could put something in the middle of the chicken there. What was I looking at here? Smiley face. You could do anything with that smiley face. I think that should be somebody's face. Like, we should cut off someone's face. That girl's too small, but we could get a bigger girl or a bigger guy and put that on her face. That would be pretty fun and interesting. So we could do that. What were we looking at there before? I don't even know what to do with this. That's just random, and it's dripping and the water's going through. It's got the noodles and the thing, but it's so interesting. So it's like, what, you know, could you do with it? I have some pyramids here. I have a whole bunch of stuff here, but I just feel like we'll just keep going. We'll just keep looking at these in the future. I have a big old folder, so I don't want to just blow them all for you, and we'll just kind of go through it, and hopefully it can get you some inspiration. Maybe it's something that you'd want to do. Oh, excuse me, that tea, I still didn't even drink all my tea. I need to do that because my throat, I've been sucking in dust from all these magazines all day. I cut through a whole bunch. I have a whole bunch over there. There's big piles to show y'all, and I'm going to just keep going through them. And then I want to show you these ones before I get rid of them, before I sell them, before I donate them or cut them up. I just want to show you what they look like. I have a bunch more. So what did we look at? We looked at the Star magazines today. We saw the Rachel Ray magazines. Oh, I forget what we saw. Birds and Blooms. We saw some Birds and Blooms. There's another box of Birds and Blooms around here. I have boxes and boxes of other stuff I just want to show y'all before I wait, you know, drop the anchor or whatever you want to call it. I saw this little cute kid. She's a little cutie. She's doing some painting. I wonder if you'd do something with her, maybe being a little mischievous or painting on something. They're changing some things. So it's pretty interesting. Let me just show you a couple more. Maybe just kind of get you thinking about something else you could create.
Daughter said, "Yum, yummy face, fried chicken."
Yeah, chicken. I have a chicken. A big, rooster or something like that. I don't know, but I have a big one. We could cut it out and put his face in there. That would be pretty funny. Cut around these. I don't think I want to cut through every bucket individually. I think I would cut off the top part, and then I'd cut out the middle and make it like a picture frame of chicken. That's what I would think in my mind. It would be pretty cool. Maybe we'll do that. Some of these ideas I plan on, if they're, you know, I can remember it and stuff, we could try to bring it together in a live stream. So let me just try to remember that. I don't know, we'll make the chicken bring his head in there or something. Maybe he's eating a human. I don't know what's gonna go on. This is cool. It's kind of like Las Vegas, but it's like super fancy. A USB drive, there's a pin, there's like a little lighter and stuff like that. That could be really cool to make with. We have this girl in the bathtub, all the bubbles in the swan. I've actually seen this ad a bunch from I'm not really sure where. It might be from like a food and wine magazines or something, but I keep seeing this one, so you could make something cool with her. It's just a little interesting and different. I was telling you about the lady over here who really likes the pyramids, so you could do a lot with pyramids. I don't think that's the greatest picture just because it's like sunset there. Well, I mean, in the camera it looks a little better. It looks a little dark here, so you might maybe need to put a dark sky, like cut the sky out and then, you know, have something dark. I think something on top, definitely. You gotta have something on top. Maybe you could have a guy standing up there. That would be some detail. Be some detail cutting. Or, you know, totally something really big happening in the background. Oh, this girl. this girl's in the background, and she's coming down and she's painting it. And I don't know, I guess if you did watercolors or something, maybe not watercolors because of the glossy paper, but if you did some kind of color and you could color on that. I only do stuff like that. Maybe because I don't like getting messy. I love watching it. Don't get me wrong. I love watching that kind of stuff. So super fun, super interesting. This is cool. This just reminds me of like some down south. Oh, it is south. Due south. And then just like, feels a little portal-ish to me. You know what I'm saying? Feels kind of portal-ish, the fog. I would just roughly cut around this. I would roughly cut all the way around this, and then I would try to get some stuff look dimensional, come through here directly at you. We'd get rid of this yellow, obviously. Get rid of that and maybe make it look portal. Kind of go with like Glenn, how he likes to do space stuff. That'd be kind of cool to make that look like space behind it, and it's sucking into here. So that'd be something.
Sterling Gold 66 said, "That little girl looking over that pyramid."
Yeah, that's a good one. We could try to do that sometime. That'd be pretty easy. I think I have those together. Well, I said easy, but we gotta cut around her hair and stuff, detailed. But that would be pretty fun. I have a couple more, you know, I could show you, or we'll just go back to this before wrap it up. I need to get dinner for my daughter. And for myself, I haven't ate for a while. I've just been cutting magazines. But this dog, he's super cute, super cute. This is funny. I don't know what we do with this. I really don't know, but I can't let that go to waste. That's why I put it in the thumbnail, because it was just so hilarious. Because I was just like, dude, that's crazy. Like, she's the maid. It's the maid. And so she's giving her kung fu punch and kick at the same time, but then she's coming back and she's saying, I told you to clean the blinds. You didn't clean the blinds. I'm paying. What am I paying you for? Maybe she's been, you know, talking to her husband while she's been gone. I don't know the story. I don't know the backstory, you know, so I can't really say to this, but the dog's just sitting there as an innocent bystander. He's like, guys, come on. I mean, who's going to feed me? Gotta stop this. But anyways, I'm super happy to have y'all here. I know these are a little weird and our live streams are going, but we're going to build them up. We're going to get them going. They're going to be fun. I'm going to get more clippings to show y'all. I have a whole bunch more. I just don't want to spoil it all right now. And we've already been to an hour. Got a bunch more magazines. I'm just trying to show them off to y'all right now, not as like a show-off thing, but more of like I showed them. Now I don't feel bad about getting rid of them because they didn't go to waste. I hauled them here. I've had them here. I've stored them here. I don't know what to do with them now because they don't make sense for like collaging. Some of them do, but you got to cut through them all. But I don't need to keep them. I'm not really like a magazine seller. I don't sell things, but I have thousands and thousands of magazines and I need to like cut some weight. I need to focus on what matters to making more collages because I want to see this channel grow. Just not for me as much, for me because I love the stress relief of creating collages and being able to share them with y'all, but I love it for y'all because I really want to see your guys's and gals creativity and be able to show it on the channel and show it off in a cool space where we have our own space. We can all share our cool collages that we make and it's just fun, gives everybody inspiration, and it helps us all get inspired to go create something else. At least that's how I look at it. I look at it as like more inspiration and not like, I wish I could do that. I look at it as like, that's cool. Maybe I can be that good someday, you know, because I see a lot of people doing really cool stuff that I have no capability of doing. And that's why I can't like take special requests or anything because I'm not that good, but I just enjoy it. And that's all that matters. And that's what I would say to anyone who is maybe not that good or doesn't feel like theirs is that good or something. It's like, doesn't even matter. We're just having fun, and it's a cool outlet for us to express ourselves, and there's no pressure. And that's what I think is so great about collage compared to like painting and other things like that. I guess you could still do that with all those things still as well. But even music, because like I was telling you yesterday how I used to be into music, and I worked at music schools, helped build a few music schools. I feel like I couldn't really do that in front of people unless I was good enough. I wouldn't play the piano in front of people unless I was good enough to play that song. And I'd even be embarrassed if I slipped my fingers and hit the wrong key or something. And it's like, that was a different time in my life where I couldn't just be myself. But that's where, when I found collage, I was like, man, I just love this. I can do anything I want. There's no rules. There's some things that can be helpful. And like Glenn on here has been giving us some really good tips. There goes a bunch of dust out of my computer. Giving me some real good tips from lots of people. I've actually been getting lots of cool tips, and those have been helping me along my way, and hopefully they help you along your way as well, and we can all learn from each other. We can all share with each other. We can all get creative inspiration together, and it just seems really fun. That's why I make my videos, is just as a stress reliever. I mean, it really helps in the world that we live in. If anyone was just getting into it, I would totally say, get into making some collage just for fun. You don't even have to show anyone. Just cut something out, and be careful with the razor, be careful with those things. Grab some scissors, if you're not comfortable with the razor, because I don't want to see anyone get hurt or anything, but, be careful with that. Those videos are sped up. I don't cut that fast. You know what I'm saying? They seem like I'm just flying through it. I am not flying through it. I am sitting there talking, and I'm going very slow because I don't want to cut myself. So you do the same. Just take some time and be patient about it, and I think you'll come up with something cool and something fun, and then eventually you'll share it, and hopefully you'll share it with all of us in our community.
Colleen Jacobs-Y9S said, "This is fun, and you have a very artistic mind."
Thank you, Colleen. I really appreciate that. I really do. And yeah, just kind of like just doing stuff. So it's kind of random, and that's what's fun, because all of our brains think differently. All of our brains would do something different. And that's where I think the idea of these live streams are heading in my mind, is that everyone mind kind of sees it differently. And as soon as we can get it up where, there's a lot of interaction and everyone's throwing out ideas, and we can get it, and maybe I can find some better clippings that are really more promptive to really get people prompted. That's why I'm cutting through a ton of magazines, so much that my finger hurts today, getting ready to make sure that we can continue to do these for the future, and I think it'll be really fun. But I also want to I'm grabbing some stuff for myself too. I can't lie. I'm putting me some things to the side. I have a big old stack of ones that are inspiration for me to create some more collages in the future, and I'm just like piling them. Like, oh yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. And when maybe I'm kind of hitting artist block or something, I can just dive into that pile of stack, and there's just going to be tons of inspiration for me. Or I could jump on here with y'all, and I can show you some clippings, and we can all get inspiration together, and y'all could throw out some ideas that I never even thought of. I could bust out the razor, and we can put it together. I think that's going to be really fun too. Just got to get rid of all these extra magazines, because they're just weighing me down, and they're messing with my head, where it's like, in the background, I know that I have boxes and boxes and boxes about to collapse on me, and it's kind of like that in my brain, where I'm just like, something needs to be done, and I'm kind of all over the place. And now I feel like I've kind of found my focus, where I can make cool collages, a couple videos a week. I could get on here and we can all get creative together, and I don't feel like the pressure of needing to make a collage right here together, but we can throw some stuff together, like this guy getting eaten by his girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. It's just fun. So maybe we can do some more quick things like that just on the side while we're doing, because I just saw those two pictures. I was like, that'd be cool. We could do more with this. We could cut out the background. We could tape this down or get something better in his mouth. I don't know where her head went. Her head's down here in the bowl. I just had those two pictures. But, we could make some cool, fun collages. I do like to film them in the time lapse as well, so we could post those on, the shorts feed, because it seems like the shorts feed, they give me a further reach. But again, I'll be able to open up the community feed here soon. As soon as I get up to 500 subscribers, I think it is, it could be 1,000 subscribers. I hate that. I really hate that I have to try to shoot for numbers to do what I want to do on this channel. But we'll do it. It's not for the vanity numbers. I'm not trying to get there. So if you haven't subscribed, if you could subscribe, that would be super helpful for us all here, because I'll be able to open up the community feed, where then everyone can post their collages on there. Sounds really fun, and then everyone can interact with each other, and we can all get inspiration from each other and share with each other, and it's just gonna be so fun. In my mind, it feels like it's gonna be great, and we're gonna keep the negative Nancys or whoever out. No offense if your name's Nancy, it just rhymes. It just rhymes. But we're just gonna try to keep it, super cool and supportive of each other, and that's just what I'd like, and that's why we don't want to get, I don't know. It's weird. You don't necessarily want a video to go viral because you could end up with the wrong people around. And I feel like we're getting the right people. Everyone's really cool and they enjoy this kind of stuff. And I think that's what we want to keep shooting for. It sucks I have to keep getting up to there, but eventually we'll get there anyway, and then that'd be awesome if we had a couple thousand people that are all on the same vibe. Then it's really going to be fun, and these are really going to be fun. And I'm looking into the future. I'm looking into the future with all these, art inspiration, collage inspiration videos, where then they can be interactive and we can all interact together. But then opening up the community, I think that's going to be really fun for everybody too, and for myself as well. I just look forward to this. Why is her hand backwards? I'm just seeing that's weird. This is before AI. I know that this is, if you see AI, we're not allowing any AI pictures. No offense to the AI artists out there, but no AI is allowed in my chat. That's another thing. And y'all that are here, that get in there first, I'm going to ask y'all to help me moderate that and not allow negative people talking trash in there on people, because it's a supportive area. And we don't want any AI. There's plenty of other places you can go get your AI fix if you need your AI fix. This is for real humans over here. We're the last of the humans. That's what we are. This is our generation of us people right here. We're the last of the real humans. Everyone else is, from now on, they're already having babies inside of robots over in other places. So we're doomed. But we're not doomed. This is the last of us. We get to enjoy it and enjoy the last of humanity as we know it. So let's come together as a community and make some fun stuff out of, well, I guess this is going to be like some surrealism. It's going to be weird. We might as well go out on a weird level. So have a lot of fun doing it. But I don't know. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy making these. I enjoy live streaming. I need to go drink some tea or something. I was trying to do it.
66 said, "We are going to need more real art, definitely."
Yeah, that's what we need to do. And I'm not the greatest of painting, but if any of y'all are like good at other types of art, it doesn't have to be just collage art. If you want to post something different in the community feed, totally up for that. This inspiration, I say collage art inspiration, maybe it's inspiration for something else. It might be inspiration to do go create something totally different. Glenn showed me something he created, super awesome, and it's so creative like that. Share that in the feed, man. That's so awesome. So Sterling, it's Glenn. I'm saying Glenn. Y'all see him as Sterling on here, Sterling Gold. I love that name. So anyways, guys and gals, just want to say thank you for being here, and we'll do a whole bunch more in the future. You trust me on that. You can mark my words, even though they're a little scratchy. That's just from inhaling a whole bunch of dust from cutting tons and tons of magazines today. But I gotta do it so we can have some more collage art inspiration here in the future. So I will come in tomorrow day, and we'll do another quick live stream tomorrow day. I have a video coming up Monday. It's really cool. It's really fun. She's a bird lady. You'll see what I mean when I post her. So on Monday, she's coming. I have something for Thursday, and then we're coming around Thanksgiving. I'm gonna have to think something up real quick for Thanksgiving, because that lands on a Thursday, and I always drop videos on Thursday. So we'll see what happens then. But if you have time, stop by tomorrow, and I will see y'all next time.